All right. So let's create a table, n being the pattern number, yeah? 1, 2, 3, and so on. How many edges are in the first pattern, right? 5. So we put a 5 in there. You want to make sure that's in your table. Nicole, would you like to tell me how many edges there are in the second pattern? 8. Or let other people get to the same stage. I know you, but you're no, I asked the percentages questions, not them sort of. Nicole, how many? I'm going to put a little dot where I start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I didn't hear her. I think it's because I've got too much noise going on down here.
Oh no, I was just explaining and you thought I got.
That's right, I'm just saying what I didn't hear. McKenna, next one. 11. I haven't drawn a fourth one, but if I asked you to draw a fourth one, how many edges do you think would be in there? Nasa? 16, you think? Jordan, what do you think? 14. Why do we go with 14 and not 16? Riley's going to have a bit about that. Okay, now is that the next value in the table? It says Philip, determine the core of the pattern. So we are looking at it and saying it is always +3 every time. I've left some space if you did want to add in what you think the fifth pattern would be. What do you think, Daisy? What would the fifth one be? That's the third one. What do you think the fifth pattern? We haven't drawn it. What do you think, Jim? 17, because it follows the pattern of +3. All patterns. Do you get it now, Daisy? Following the +3. Right. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I will let you get on and work in a sec. I've got some options on the board, but you need to stick with me at this stage. All right. Using the values in the table, determine the core of the pattern. What do I mean by that? Justin.
Like the base of the pattern?
So what are we basing our pattern on then? Which times table?
The 3 times.
The 3 times table, yeah? So the core of the pattern is the 3 times table. So I could always write that 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Javi, what does that mean that the first part of the general rule will be? UN equals? You gave me the whole thing. I just want the re-end bit. Okay? I'm trying to offer step by step. So, just don't tell me. Because there may be people, right, just, it's great that you understand. I'm trying to make sure everyone else can follow this. Put yourself in their shoes. You know when you found things a challenge? You need a bit step by step. Yeah.
I need that. I'm good. Mr. Woods.
So if our rule starts with 3n, we need to determine the adjustment. Okay? So Javi did already tell us, but we know we're basing it on the 3 times table. But the 3 times table doesn't give us the 5, the 8, the 11, the 14 and the 17 that we need, but we do notice every time it is +2. So, the adjustment that we need to make to 3n is un equals 3n plus 2. Yeah. So, we did what we've done before with just the numbers. We've used a pattern first, converted the pattern into a table of values like we're used to dealing with, and then we've come up with our rule exactly the way we've done it before. Okay. Right. I have given you some more in this document. How do we feel about carrying on with those ourselves? Should we go through one more
Yes.
together?
Trend.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, what we'll do then, those of you that would like to do a couple more just on your own, you can start that process yourself quietly, on your own, silently. Those that would like to follow me through with another example, you can work with me. That requires everyone that is doing the work on their own to be quiet. So I'm ready. Right. Right, let's do the next one. Remember what I said, Riley? So, write a general rule for the number of lines in the Christmas tree pattern. So this one doesn't have the steps, but what is our first step going to be? Are you working with me, Austin, or are you just... Yeah, okay, go on, and Austin, what's mine? What's my first step? What do I need to do while I'm counting those things? What was step number 1? Zoe? Step number 1. Create a table. Let's write these numbers down as a table. So I'm just going to do mine here. N being the pattern number. I've got 1, 2, and 3. The number of lines. Jordan, how many lines in the first pattern? 5 lines in the first pattern. Ryan, how many lines in the second pattern? 8. Daisy, do you know how many lines are in the third pattern?
No.
Gave up really quickly. Count with me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah. 11.
Gosh, I'm really the smartest person.
Now what was step 2? Step 2. It is on the other side of your paper. You could look at it. Well, yeah. Step 2.
Using the values in the table to determine the functional pattern, which the table is based on.
Okay, so what's the core of the pattern, Zoe? So again, it's plus 3 every time. Step 3.
You write the first part of the general.
So that would be UN equals
Plus 3n.
3n. Okay? So we know, are you okay if I start shortcutting it a little bit? So I know this is the 3 times table, so instead of writing a separate table, if I put 3, then 6, then 9 up there, just to do my adjustment from 3 to 5 is the plus 2. Same as last time, right? Same one. So different pattern, but the same rule. Okay, I'm going to ask you all, whether you're working with me or not, to do the next one yourselves. I'll leave those notes on the board for anyone that needs to. You can spot what I did. So I did my table. I realised it was +2, which means we're basing everything on the 2 times table. That's what I was talking about here, look. So it's 1 lot of 2, 2 lots of 2. You remember we did that on that other worksheet. Now, I was asking, how do we find the 58th number in the pattern? Well, the 58th number in the pattern is when? Yeah, so we want to find U58. So that's when n equals
N equals 2. Wait, no.
right. What does n equal for the 58? Oh, I found the problem. I found the problem that is going to become a bigger problem in assessments. All of you that have been rattling through it, writing the answers, that's great. What you're doing is you're following the steps, repeating the process. There's something deeper that's not quite settled yet, which is the understanding that n is the number, the position in the pattern. So if I want the 58 pattern, I know that n is 58. Can you sit down? Got 1 minute. Sit down. Right. Okay, sorry if I didn't hear people. It wasn't clear. Obviously weren't confident enough to say it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't working. I'm going to sort this out. Okay? 2 times, well, this would be your 2n minus 1. What does it equal? When n is 58, well, we have to do 58 lots of 2 is
116.
116. We then subtract the 1 and we get
15.
150. So the 58 pattern will have 115 cubes in it.
I got it right.
Okay.
No.
Now, I did say, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to need your planner out now because this term, we're going to do more regular homework. I did warn you this was going to happen. So, we have some options, but I would like you to consider what is the challenge for you. So, if you've not managed to do much on the sheets, I think most people this is kind of done for today anyway. All right. On today's Teams page, I've re-put, Justin, because your planners are not out, are they? You can practice the number patterns only, that's on Teams. Or there's the patterns one on Transom. Now, what you are going to do, I'll put this on the back. Can you sit down? Is you are going to complete at least one of the levels, Jack. It's not working either, I'm afraid. You're going to complete at least one of the levels. You're going to take a screenshot and you're going to upload that screenshot to management. Let's put on. Got that? Can you write that in your planner now, please? I think everyone is either going to do practice the second option or the third option. The first one we've kind of got through today.
January 31st.
That is due Friday. Once that's written in your planner, you can show me and then you can head off.
I did it.